This is KGW News at noon.
In 2 hours, the Portland City Council will revisit Mayor Wheeler's plan to tackle the homeless crisis, and the public is invited to weigh in. Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Braxton. The first meeting last week lasted a marathon, 7 hours. Almost 200 people signed up to speak. As it stands, the proposal would create 3 large city-approved camps called campuses and speed up efforts to build affordable housing. A ban on unsanctioned homeless camps would be phased in over 18 months. If you want to speak at the meeting this afternoon, you do need to sign up by 1 o'clock. The meeting starts at 2, and it's possible the City Council could vote on the resolutions today. Well, several of the proposed amendments came from Commissioner Joanne Hardesty. Right now, she is in a contentious race against challenger Renee Gonzalez. KGW sat down with each of them to hear their plans to fight homelessness. Today, we have a few takeaways from Hardesty's interview. She says the city needs to act more quickly, and she doesn't like the size of the proposed homeless campuses.
Let me just say that I am not supporting 500-person camps anywhere. What I know is that normally 40 to 60 people should be the maximum. I think the mayor would find it impossible to find a place where the community would welcome 500 houseless people living together willy-nilly.
Hardesty says if she's reelected, she'll expand programs like Portland Street Response to address the homeless, addiction, and mental health crises on our streets. You can stream the full interviews with Joanne Hardesty and Renee Gonzalez on KGW+. You'll find it on the Roku and Fire TV apps. Well, 5 days out from the election, and voter turnout in Oregon is just over 21%. KGW's Mike Benner caught up with the 3 women running for governor as they tried to drum up support.
Wednesday afternoon at North Clackamas Park in Milwaukee, candidate for governor Christine Drazen joins candidate for Congress Lori Chavez DeRemer in thanking volunteers who will spend some time canvassing in the surrounding neighborhood. Both women know the importance of turning in a ballot.
Yeah, the people that participate are going to decide the future of our state. Nothing is more important right now than making the decision to vote. And events like this, volunteers like this, they're the ones that are the engine behind this effort. This is for Oregonians by Oregonians.
Earlier in the day in North Portland, a Franklin High School student voting for the first time accompanied Tina Kotek as she turned in her ballot. Kotek is optimistic others will follow her lead.
You know, the excitement and energy from young voters is, just amazing. Been on college campuses, students here in high school who are just like voting for the first time, very excited. And it's such an important election for the future of our state. And I think our young voters know that.
Did you go to school in Boston?
No.
Betsy Johnson spent part of her Wednesday meeting with Portland area business owners who are tired of what she calls lawlessness in the city. If others are frustrated by it too, Johnson says they should get out and vote.
We've focused so much on the Republican-Democrat horse race that I think we're missing the big question, and that's what my campaign has been about right from the outset. How do we govern? How do we bring this state back together again? How do we get all voices at the table?
I think it'll be one of those race to the finish or photo finishes that we'll see.
Patrick Singh is a lobbyist with Public Affairs Council. While he's not surprised all 3 candidates are pushing the importance of voting, he says one in particular has more to gain with high voter turnout.
It's going to draw out folks, and I think ultimately in some of these, in Portland and other larger areas in the state, that's going to benefit Speaker Kotek in her election.
Only time will tell. For now, all 3 candidates for Oregon governor are getting out in front of voters with Election Day less than 1 week away. I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
We also asked the gubernatorial candidates where they stand on COVID vaccine mandates. Last month, a CDC advisory committee voted to add COVID shots to the list of recommended immunizations for students.
schools and vaccines is something that I think parents and local standards ought to play a very big role in, and the answer to your question is no, I would not make a COVID vaccine mandatory.
I've been supportive of all the other vaccination requirements that we've had in our schools, and I think we have to make sure parents are comfortable with adding that to the requirement list. So I think we're a little ways from that.
Absolutely no. We need to remember that where we're at right now over the course on the other side of this pandemic, we know that kids have already been harmed by those extended shutdowns. And the last thing we need to do is give families a reason to not have their kids in school right now.
Ultimately, it is up to each state to make its own rules about which shots students have to have before going to school. For more on the candidates and the ballot measures, check out KGW's online election guide or text the word election to 503-226-5088. Okay, let's head back to the Weather Center now. Rod, it was a quiet morning, but things are changing.
Yeah, we do expect to eventually get some rain moving in later this afternoon. We're still dry right now, minus some areas off to the west toward the coast, probably picking up at least some sprinkles. The big story at noon is really tracking what's going to happen tomorrow. You see the atmospheric river out in the Pacific. More on that coming up. A lot of rain expected, especially Friday evening. So radar is showing this light rain coming in from the west. I'm having difficulty finding anybody that's reporting anything other than a sprinkle, but clearly we're getting into the period of time now where you could start seeing some sprinkles. I still think we're hours away from really seeing anything measurable. Temperature outside right now 47. That was a view from the Wells Fargo building. We're actually 46, pardon me. Shower chances will really start to pick up later afternoon around 4 o'clock, and then we will be looking at some rain this evening, 47 for you at 8 p.m. In addition to all that rain that we'll get into here in my full forecast coming in tomorrow, we have a wind advisory that starts at noon on Friday from Eugene up into Portland. Also a high wind watch out across the East Gorge into the Columbia Basin. So we'll break down tomorrow's weather in my complete forecast.
Lots to talk about. Thank you, Rod.